You would agree that that you headbutted Miss Heard that evening, correct?
No, I would vehemently disagree with that, sir. Once I had restrained her, if she's trying to still move around and kick at me or trying to get loose, any sort of movement when you're like this and your heads are together, this close together, it's not impossible for them to bump itself. But so yes,
You didn't react.
I did assault a couple of cabinets, but I did not touch Miss Heard. It's not impossible for them to bump.
Mr. Depp, this is a text message exchange that you had with Paul Bettany on June 11th, 2013, correct?
Yes.
You text Mr. Bettany, "Let's burn Amber," 3 exclamation points, right? You see that?
I do see that.
And at this time, June 11th, 2013, Amber is your girlfriend or perhaps even your fiance at this point, correct?
Girlfriend,
Yep.
for sure.
And you didn't stop when you said, "Let's burn Amber." Because the next text down, you say, "Let's drown her before we burn her," 3 exclamation points. Did I read that right?
Yes, it's referring to the
and you
text
didn't-
prior to.
You didn't
From Mr.
stop when
Bettany.
you said, after you said, "Let's drown her before we burn her," you said, "I will her burnt corpse afterwards to make sure she is dead." Did I read that right?
You certainly did, yes.
And you wrote that about the woman who would later become your wife.
Yes, I did.
You would agree that that you headbutted Miss Heard that evening, correct?
No, I would vehemently disagree with that, sir. There was a lot of... I was trying to restrain Miss Heard. Once I had restrained her, I would say, if she's trying to still move around and kick at me or trying to get loose, any sort of movement when you're like this, together, this close together, it's not impossible for them to bump itself. But so yes,
You didn't
I
react.
did assault a couple of cabinets, but I did not touch Miss Heard.
And
As you can see, I think. No?
and you may have been drunk in that video, correct?
There's a possibility of that, yes, sir. I don't know about anyone else, but I have had experiences in my life where one does stray from complete control over their emotions at times, and that is a very normal. I did not try to intimidate Ms. Heard. If she was intimidated, why was she filming? If she was scared to death, why didn't she leave? I think that I ended up locking myself in about at least 9 bedrooms, bathrooms that day, as she was banging on the doors and screaming obscenities and wanting to have a physical altercation. I went behind the bar. I grabbed a bottle of vodka that was there and a shot glass and sat at the bar. She was nowhere around. And I poured myself 2 or 3 stiff shots of the vodka. Then she came down to the bar and found me there. And of course started screaming, "Oh, you're drinking again, the monster," and all that. So she walked up to me and reached and grabbed the bottle of vodka, and then just kind of stood back and hurled it at me. I stood up and I walked behind the bar, and there was a larger bottle of vodka, the kind with a handle, on it. grabbed that and I went and I sat in my seat again. I opened the bottle and I poured myself a shot. Drank. Miss Heard was flinging insults left, right, and center, and she then grabbed that bottle. And I honestly didn't feel the pain at first at all. I felt no pain whatsoever. What I felt was, I felt heat. I felt heat, and I felt as if something were dripping down my hand, you know. And then I looked down and realized that the tip of my finger had been severed.